tonight it's chicken enchilada night. So stick around and I'll show you how to make my chicken enchiladas. Okay, to get started, I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil on my cast iron here so I can heat up my corn tortillas. Now you can make this with flour if you wish. We love corn enchiladas, and that's with the chicken too. So I'm just going to heat these up just a little bit. That way they're pliable. And I'm making about 12 to 16, whatever I can manage to come up with my chicken I've shredded. And I'll show you all the ingredients once I've toasted all of my corn tortillas. Okay, to get started on our chicken enchiladas with sour cream white sauce, we're going to need a 8-ounce container or 1 cup of our sour cream. However, this is a 16-ounce cup container of sour cream. I'm going to use half of that container. Also, you're going to use a 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. You need 2 tablespoons, excuse me, 2 tablespoons of butter. You need 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. You're going to need 2 cups of chicken broth. I used the Knorr chicken broth bouillon, so I made up my own chicken broth. You're going to need some corn or flour, a lot of the flour tortillas for the chicken. However, my family loves corn, so I'm making them out of corn today. So you're going to need a good amount of warmed up corn tortillas. If you don't warm them up, they're not pliable and they will tear. So make sure you warm them up. Right here I have 3 cups of Monterey Jack cheese, and right here I have some shredded chicken. This is a rotisserie chicken that I bought from the store. Simple, easy, quick to do, nothing flat. Now if you want to boil your own chicken and add your own seasonings or roast your own chicken, that's totally up to you, but you're going to need some shredded chicken. Okay, so let's get into the recipe. And one more thing, you're going to need a 9x13 baking dish. So let's preheat our oven. Preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Let's assemble our enchiladas. Okay, so first things first, we're going to take 1 cup of our shredded mozzarella cheese. This is a whole block that I have shredded. I'm going to take 1 cup of the shredded Monterey, and I'm going to put it in with my chicken, and I'm going to mix it up because we're about to assemble our tortillas, our corn tortillas, into enchiladas. So let's go ahead and do that. So to make sure I get 1 cup, I've got my little measuring cup here. This is going to be so good. Now I could eye this, but for you guys, I know a lot of you like to have the ingredients and the measurements, so this is for you. So this is 1 cup of shredded Monterey Jack cheese going in with the chicken. And so your cheese will not melt, I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the refrigerator, and we'll come back and get it after we're done assembling our enchiladas. Okay, I've got that in there, so I'm going to toss it up. Make sure it's nice and even throughout the mixture of chicken. And I believe that will do it. So let's go ahead and start assembling our enchiladas. Okay, right before we start assembling, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the 9x13 baking dish. And I'm going to take my basting brush, and I'm just going to make sure all the sides and the bottom are coated with it That way nothing will stick to the bottom. You can use butter if you like. I'm just going to use olive oil. It's just as good. Make sure you get all sides to grease your pan. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to take a tortilla. This is corn. And I have put a little bit of olive oil when I'm warming them up. That way they're pliable. You see how pliable they are? You can fold them really easy. They're not crunchy. They're not going to tear. And I'm going to take a little bit of that mixture with my spoon and put it right in the middle. Now, this calls for the original recipe calls for flour. I did do this with flour. If you're doing it with flour, I think it renders, I think it's probably around 12 to 16 flour tortillas. These are small. These are really small. So you want to put just a little bit of the mixture in there and fold it. Just like that. And put it down into your baking dish. Now you're probably going to get a lot more of the corn tortillas in there than you will the flour, because the flour tends to be a little bit bigger than the corn. So we're going to fill these up and do another one. And just start folding. Make sure you press in. Just like that. Make sure they're fold down. And I'm just going to continue to do this until I get all the tortillas in the pan. And as soon as I am done, I'll come back and I'll show you what else we do with the sauce. Okay, I've gotten as many enchiladas in my pan assembled with the chicken and the cheese. So now that I've filled this up, we're going to go ahead and work on our cream sauce. Very simple, very, very easy. Anybody can do it, and it's very delicious. So let's go ahead and start on that. Okay, I've got a saucepan here. I'm going to make the sauce in this, and what you're going to need for the sauce is 3 tablespoons of flour, and you're going to need 3 tablespoons of butter. So let's go ahead and put our butter in there. We're going to turn on the heat to high. Put our butter in there. Now this is just a stick of butter that I have measured out to 3 tablespoons. I'm going to let that melt. Get me one of my little things here. I'm going to let this melt. This is so quick and easy, you guys. Now, if you want to season it a little bit more than what I did today, now the reason I didn't season it is because I have rotisserie chicken that has already been seasoned. So I don't want it too salty, because I do have chicken broth bouillon that I'm using today, and I didn't want it to be too salty. Okay, as you see, this has been cooking for up to about a minute in the butter. It's all nice and melted into the flour. Okay, now we're going to take 2 cups of our chicken broth, and we're going to pour it in, and we're going to stir consistently until it starts to get thick. This is almost like a little gravy. And as soon as this gets thick, we're going to take it off of the heat, and we're going to start adding our other ingredients to it. You don't want to get it too thick because it's also going to cook in the oven with our cheese on top. Okay, let that heat up and let it start to bubble, and we'll turn the heat off. Okay, now that we have turned off the heat, I'm going to be adding 8 ounces of my sour cream. This is a 16-ounce container of sour cream. I'm only using 8 ounces, which equals up to 1 cup. That looks about right. I'm going to stir that in. Now I'm going to add 1 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. You can use hot or medium. I tried to find the medium to use it today, but the store didn't have it for some reason. And we're just going to mix all of this until it's well combined. Oh, this looks so good, you guys. It's nice and creamy. I think it's ready to pour over our enchiladas. Now, make sure you preheated your oven to 350 degrees. We're going to bake it for 20 to 23 minutes, and then we're going to broil it for 3 minutes. And the reason you boil it, to broil it, you're going to turn the boiler on and get the cheese nice and toasty. So let's pour this over our enchiladas. Okay, we're going to pour it over our enchiladas. You want to use the entire pan of sauce. And you can just use a spoon to make sure you get all areas of your enchiladas. Make sure you get all of it out. Just kind of ease it over your enchiladas. Get in all those nook and crannies. Now we're going to take the rest of our Monterey Jack cheese that we shredded today, and we're going to place it all over the enchilada mixture. Now I think I had at least 2 cups left of Monterey Jack cheese, and this entire thing is going to go over the top. I like to use the block cheese because it melts a lot better, and the shredded cheese you get from the store just does not do what I want it to do, and it even tastes better, the block cheese does. Okay, now this is ready for the oven. Again, we're putting it into a 350 degree oven for 20 to 23 minutes, and then we're going to broil it for 3 minutes and brown the cheese. Guys, it is now time to take this out. It's been cooking for a good 20 to 23 minutes, and then another 3 minutes when I'm broiling it to brown it. So let's take it out and see what we got here. Oh my goodness, look at this, y'all. Oh, that looks so delicious. So yummy. Look how nice that looks. I can't wait to plate this up. Again, all the ingredients for my chicken enchiladas is going to be in the About Me section. I thank you very much for coming and watching my video today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow and get out to more people. Please hit the like button if you've liked this video. And I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a blessed day. I love you guys, and I thank you very much for watching.